There comes a moment in the life of every woman where the fire within must burn brighter than the pressure around. A time to rise, not only to be seen, but to be known, for who she truly is. Not shaped by the hands of a man, but molded by the hand of her Creator. Not defined by what she gives, but by what she carries within. And so I speak not just to ears, but to hearts, hearts that have given too much, too soon, for too little. Hearts that have poured out rivers, only to be met with a drought. It is time to remember the sacred boundaries of your soul. Never, ever diminish your calling for a man. Your life is not a detour on someone else's road. You are not an accessory to his journey. You are a path in your own right. You were born with purpose, with vision, with gifts that shake the heavens. Don't lay them down to walk in someone else's shadow. Walk boldly in your own light. Do not compromise your values for the sake of love. If it costs you your peace, your integrity, your truth, it is too expensive. Your soul was not made to be sold in the marketplace of desire. If you have to shrink to fit his world, it's not love, it's bondage dressed as affection. Do not chase. Do not beg. Do not lose yourself just to be chosen. A woman who knows her worth doesn't audition for a role in someone's life. She knows she is the blessing. You are not the echo of someone's affirmation. You are the voice of purpose wrapped in grace. When you chase, you forget that queens don't run after crowns, they wear them. Do not endure disrespect and call it love. Love never bruises. Love never silences. Love never breaks what God designed to soar. If he cannot honor you, he cannot hold you. You are not a punching bag for his pain. You are a temple of strength, of beauty, a divine craftsmanship. Walk away before you are walked on. And above all, never forget who you are. Your identity is not in his approval, his presence, or even his absence. Your identity is sealed in eternity. Before a man ever saw you, heaven knew you. Before he said your name, God called you chosen, beloved, royal, redeemed. You were never created to be somebody's option. You are heaven's answer to a broken world. So rise, stand, shine, and if love comes, let it find you already whole. Let it find you not needing, but overflowing. Let it find you walking, not waiting. And when it comes, make sure it doesn't ask you to become less, but calls you to become more. Because a woman who knows what never to do, becomes unstoppable in what she will do. There is a divine assignment on your life, a calling that was written into the fabric of your being before time ever began. It is not random. It is not common. It is not optional. It is sacred. You were created with intention, with purpose, with destiny so specific that no one else can fulfill it. Your gifts are not accidents. Your dreams are not distractions. Your voice, your vision, your passions, they were all given to you by the hand of God himself, tailor-made to impact this world in a way no one else can. But how often do we see this divine calling quietly laid down at the feet of a man? How often do we watch powerful women dim their lights so someone else can shine more comfortably? How often do we witness brilliance bend itself into small spaces, not because it lacks potential, but because it's afraid to outgrow the room it's in? Never, never diminish your purpose for a man. Never silence the fire in your soul to soothe someone else's insecurity. Never put your dreams on the shelf to make room for someone who doesn't even recognize their value. You were not created to orbit around a man's ambition. You were created to launch into your own. Listen, any man who truly sees you, who is worthy of walking with you, will never be intimidated by your calling. He will be inspired by it. He will not compete with it. He will cover it, protect it, and push you toward it. A man who is aligned with your purpose will never ask you to shrink so he can feel tall. He will ask you to rise so he can rise with you. But far too often, women, especially strong, visionary, purpose-driven women, are made to feel that their calling is too much. Too bold, too loud, too inconvenient, and so they fold. They quiet themselves. They edit their brilliance. They trade divine fulfillment for temporary companionship. And it is in those moments that purpose begins to die, not because it lacks power, but because it's being neglected for the sake of proximity. Let me be clear, your purpose must never be sacrificed on the altar of a relationship. If the path you're walking with someone is pulling you away from the path God laid out for you, it is the wrong path. If love costs you your purpose, it's not love, it's a distraction, a detour, a delay from your destiny. Purpose is not just a goal. It is your spiritual DNA. It is the reason your heart still beats. It is the reason you wake up with a burden for something greater. When you abandon your purpose to follow a man, you are not just losing time, you are forfeiting impact. The world will suffer from the lack of what you were called to carry. So I say this with urgency, protect your calling like it is treasure. Because it is. Protect it like your future depends on it. Because it does. Any relationship that asks you to silence your calling is asking you to betray your Creator. And you were not born to betray the God who authored your destiny. Walk in your purpose, boldly and without apology. If a man is meant to walk beside you, he will meet you on that path, not pull you off it. You do not need to choose between love and calling. The right love will honor your calling. The right love will require you to fulfill it. So never, under any circumstance, diminish your divine purpose to fit inside a temporary relationship. The cost is too high. And your destiny is far too great. And so I say to every woman under the sound of this word, rise. Rise into the fullness of who you were created to be. Let no man, no voice, no lie, no fear convince you that you must choose between being loved and being called. You were born to walk in both. But only when love aligns with heaven's blueprint for your life. Your purpose is not negotiable. Your calling is not a side note. It is the main event. And any man who cannot honor that does not belong in the sacred space of your journey. You are not here to play small. You are not here to blend in. You are here to lead, to build, to speak, to move mountains. You are here to make hell nervous and heaven proud. So stand tall, speak loud, dream wildly, walk boldly, and if love comes, let it meet you on the battlefield of purpose, not behind the curtain of compromise. You are not less because you chose the higher road. You are more powerful, more radiant, more unstoppable, because you remembered who you are. Now go, and never, ever diminish your destiny for anyone again.